Koby, how much was your first wholesale deal, bro?
15K.
15G. And what lead source?
It was a driving for dollars lead.
Drive for dollar, D for D. What up, family? Hope you guys are having a good day. I'm back with another subscriber first wholesale deal interview. Koby's gonna share with you guys his stories, how he got his first wholesale deal, all the little details. Hopefully you'll be able to get to motivated and inspired by this and go get your first one done. Now, before I let Koby take over, I want those of you that don't know, now this is not for everyone, but it might be just exactly what you're looking for. I'm running a 2K web class happening on October 26th, exclusively for 20 people that want to spend a whole entire day with me to change their life, to take their business and their life to a whole nother level. Because on that day, I'm gonna share with you all the tools, all the system, all the strategies, all the company that I'm currently using right now to systemize my business, to put a team in place, to grow the business without me working in the business. I'm basically right now 2 hours a day on the wholesaling business and how we generate $250 a month. I'm going to be able to share with you everything I've gathered, learned, all the system, all the companies, all the tools for the past 8 years to get to where I am today. I'm going to give it to you all on that day. Now, it does cost $2,000 per person or per couple. So maybe you have a business partner. If that is you, I'm talking to, because it's only exclusively for 20 people, shoot an email over to wholesale2millions@gmail.com. The link is right below. All right. What it is I'll be able to share with you everything that I got and it'll be a web class like this. You'll be able to answer or ask me any question you want. It's going to be an all-day event. So if that's you I'm talking to, hopefully I'll see you in the 2K web class. All right. October 26th, 20 people. So you guys put your thumbs together. If this video add any value to you, please show my guests some love. So you guys help me welcome Koby. What's going on, buddy?
Not much, man. I just actually got this apartment, townhouse I'm in right now. Just moved in this weekend. So just trying to get stuff together. As well as after we finish this interview, I'm gonna head to Lake Norman. I'm actually in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm gonna head to the lake, and I got a property to look at out there.
Nice, bro. Hustling, dude. Hey, man. Koby, I want to say thank you so much, man, for taking time to jump on to do this with me, man, and obviously giving knowledge and value back to everyone that's trying to get their first one done, bro. I really appreciate it.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. I appreciate you, man. I've been watching you and Tony and everybody, Alex, all you guys, man, motivate me to continue to keep going and keep pushing and make this my full-time gig. And I'm actually gonna be out in Las Vegas. So,
boom.
Wait to get out there with you guys.
Okay, man. Okay, for those that don't know, maybe Koby, you'll be able to help me out with the link, because for those that don't know, I'll be in Las Vegas, and I guess what? The boss is coming with me too, November 8th and 9th. Dude, she's the back end that does all the system, she does all of that on the back end. So if you guys have questions, I'll be good to meet there. November 8th and 9th at the MGM, Las Vegas. And Koby, how can they get the ticket, bro? Because I know it's cheap.
100kclub.com.
Is that it? Just 100K Club? I think it's 100kclubconference.com. I think
they just 100K Club Conference. That's exactly what it is. 100K Club Conference.
.com. Go get your tickets. Only $197. I know not just me, Koby will be there, and also too, I think 20 other power speaker will be there. Man, dude, it'll be. I can't wait because I know how fun it's going to be in Las Vegas. I know Tony's throwing a big event, like an after party and things like that. And there's also a chance to win like 100G if your ticket was the chosen one. I think I bought one.
Yeah, the ticket is only $197, man. So if you got to get that ticket, man, if you're trying to advance in this in the real estate game, man, this is gonna be epic. It's gonna be a lot of information. 16 hours worth of information, so it's gonna be a lot of information that's gonna be covered.
Man, Koby, what I'm excited about, dude, it's just to see everybody talk in the hallway, taking pictures, hugs. Exactly. No kissing, because this time the wifey is with me. No kissing. So anyways, you guys, I'm excited to meet you in person. It'll be so much fun. It'll be so much fun, especially get to surround yourself with like-minded everybody, you know, or go-getter, hustler, trying to get to the next level of their life. So it'll be an extremely exciting event. Koby, are you there with me, bro? You froze.
Oh, now I'm
Okay.
good. I
All
hear
right,
you.
dude. So, Koby, I'm going to let you take it over, man, because we wasted enough time. Everybody probably want to hear your story and want me to shut up. So, tell your story, bro.
Definitely. So just a little bit about my start. Like I said, I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina, born and raised in North Carolina. Um, I went to school out here. So basically, I grew up playing basketball, football, all type of sports. Got to high school, and I guess, life got real in high school. So a lot of things changed. I started doing things I probably shouldn't have had no business doing, and just my life just took a turn. I ended up going to school at UNC Greensboro, transferred to Winston-Salem State, and just end up. I had a 2-year-old little boy, so I just was like, man, I'm gonna step away from school and focus on just making sure my son is good and just working full time and making that happen. But as you know, working at 9 to 5 is not what we're trying to do. It's not the life that we want to live, and it just isn't. And my motivation and being an athlete is just like I knew it was more to life than just working a 9 to 5 job, working for somebody else and paying their bills. Like it's more than that. So I just start just investing in my time and just researching different ways I can make money. And I always had that entrepreneur spirit. I started off my own basketball training business. So I train kids to basically improve their basketball skills. I'm a basketball coach as well, as you can see. Actually got my middle school on right now. I coach a middle school team. And I also coach at an AAU organization called Pro Skills Basketball. Definitely got to give them a shout out. They got a lot of places around the United States right now. We're just growing. So I love that aspect. And I was like, man, it's got to be more. So my first thing, I saw a video on YouTube of Mark Whitten. And that's a video a lot of people see. It was The Breakfast Club, and I watch The Breakfast Club every day. So that I just came across that video. I'm like, man, what is wholesaling? So I just started investing my time in researching wholesaling. And this is only, I would say, back in May. So May of this year, I saw that video. Then I just started doing research. Ended up getting into Tony's July challenge and just following the steps that he taught and just following what he did, and ended up getting a deal during that time. That deal fell through, and it didn't go through, and I had to actually pass on that deal because it wasn't a deal. The seller wanted way too much, and plenty of buyers had already had people interested in the property, and they already knew like this is not nothing you want to deal with. Nobody's gonna buy it. It's better off if it just fell apart and then somebody rebuild it. So it was a bad property. So I actually got my money back for that, my earnest money back for that. I actually put 500 down for that. And that was like, I guess it was my first deal. I was so hyped to get it. So I was like, man, I'll put this $500 down. I don't mind. But it ended up not closing. So I was like, man, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep pushing. Like I said, I'm an athlete, and I know like my drive is to keep going and keep pushing and keep trying. So I kept trying. And like maybe 2 weeks later, I started contacting I started driving for dollars basically, and then I got in touch with the owner of this duplex. Got in touch with him. He was like, man, I'm not interested in selling the property right now, but I got this other property I want you to go check out. So I'm like, all right, cool, I'll go check it out. I go check it out, and it's a property I'm like, man, I'm not really interested in that right now. Like, it was like, I honestly probably wouldn't have got any good deals for it, but I'm actually about to go back to it and try to get it under contract now since I already got the duplex under contract. But so I didn't get that one. So weeks, like maybe a week went by, and I called him back like, man, what you gonna do with that duplex, man? I'm ready to buy it. Like, what you gonna do with it? He's like, man, you know what? all right, I'll sell it. So I got it under contract at 140. Then as soon as I got it under contract, I let them know like I need to get a lockbox on the property. So I got the lockbox on the property the same day I got it under contract. Got the keys the same day. Put that on the property and started marketing to like Facebook groups and Craigslist and things like that. And then the same day, I got a lot of hits. I probably got maybe 100 hits on this one duplex. And people were telling me, oh, this is a good deal. This is a great deal. Like a lot of stuff. Like, so I came to the property the next morning because I had an appointment with a buyer to come see the property. But when I'm pulling up in the morning, it was already a car sitting there. And I get out my car and I'm like, and they get out and they're like, do you know who owns this property? I'm like, well, I got it under contract right now. Are you interested in it? They're like, yeah, we're interested. It was a group of 3 guys and it was a buyer. So we walk around the property and get to the back of the property. And when we get to the back of the property, he makes me an offer at 158. So I'm like, ooh, okay, that sounds good. I didn't agree to it. I just told him, oh, that sounds good. So we kept talking. I walked around to the front of the property. And then the person the buyer I was already supposed to meet was standing on the front porch. So I'm like, okay, cool. I got a appointment with him, and then I'll let you guys know what's going on. So they end up trying to like, man, come on, we got it right now. We want it right now. Like we got you right now, 158. Like what's come on, man, we can close it in 7 days. Like, come on, man. I'm like, all right, man, well, he's already here, man. I'm just gonna let him walk around the property and I didn't want to do bad business. I'm like, I just like, well, I'll let you guys know. So they end up leaving. I show him the property and like we leave, we come out the property. He's like, well, I'll give you a call in about 20 minutes and I'll make you an offer. So I'm like, all right, cool. He was a real cool, down to earth guy, real honest and like real calm. And like the other guys, they were like real aggressive and real like, oh, come on, I'm trying to get it right now. Like, I'm like, nah. So I didn't want to deal with all that. So they, he ended up the buyer ended up calling me back probably 10 minutes later. Like, we can do it at 155. So that's lower than the 158. But I was like, man, this dude seems more genuine. He's like, he was more calm and he really wanted to, he seemed like he really wanted to make the deal happen. So I'm like, I'm gonna go with him, man. So I was like, all right, cool. I'll send you over my assignment contract right now. Sent him over my assignment. And then it was Friday when I sent him the assignment contract. So his daughter was actually the buyer of the property. She was actually gonna buy the property. So she's a realtor. So what happened, she was having, over the weekend, I'm like, well, I haven't got the contract back. She didn't send it back to me. I sent it through DocuSign. I mean, you can easily send that right back to me. It's not an issue. But I sent it early on a Friday. So Saturday comes, I text her, like, is everything okay? No response. So I make a phone call Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, still no response. So I'm like, oh, snap. Like, this don't look good.
Yeah, you do at that time, you be like, come on, man. Yeah. Oh, shit.
Oh, shit, for real. But I was like, man, this don't look good. So I was like, man, all right, forget it. And like, out of respect, I'm a Christian, so I'm not calling nobody on no Sunday. So I didn't call her on Sunday. So Monday comes around and she calls me and she's like, I'm so sorry, but I almost lost my job this weekend. Like, I almost lost my job, so I had to take care of that. But I can meet you at the title. I can meet you at your attorney's office right now. We could drop off the paperwork and due diligence money and everything right then and there. So I'm like, cool, I can meet you there right now. So we meet there. She brings the contract to the attorney, gives me the due diligence money of $2,500, and we got the property I got that property under contract with her at 155. So everything's sent over to the title. Everything looks good, and then something comes back. There's a judgment. We get that taken care of, and then the attorney's office I was working with, it was another issue that came up where some more paperwork issues and then the person that does it, the person that goes to the courthouse at my attorney's office, like only went one time a week. So so I had to wait. I was supposed to close in 7 days. ended up closing in 10 days. So she had to wait a week. So I'm like, oh my gosh, and we gotta wait another week. This is my first deal. It's 15K. I'm ready to close this thing. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna be patient. It's worth being patient. So I was patient, and then she apologized to me, like my attorney and everything. Like, we apologize. We're gonna try to make this as fast as possible for you. And they actually squeezed in a closing date for me the next Friday. They were like, we're super busy Friday, but we're gonna make sure we get this in for you. So they got it in for me Friday. So we closed that next Friday. When we got to the closing table, everybody was happy. First I had my buyer come in. She was fine. She signed everything over and went directly to the bank. Sorry about that.
Sure, no problem, man.
Bank wire. She went directly to the bank, wired the money over to the attorneys. Then while that was going on, I had the seller in at the attorney's office signing the documents. They were happy, actually, and this is why they were talking to me about the Lake Norman property. And they were like, well, you want to buy this Lake Norman property we got? So I'm like, well, that's the one I'm going to tomorrow. And I'm like, well, I'm definitely interested in that. So they were happy. Then a few hours later, I got that wire of 12.5 in my account, and everybody was happy.
Boom. Koby, man, for every one of you that's watching, comment below, show Koby some love. Bro, congrats, man. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. So I'm going to break down the deal a little bit here so everybody kind of understand. First off, I want to ask you something, bro. First off, I want to ask you a question is that the buyer, when you show up, those buyer that was there, do you know how they got there?
I don't know. I mean, they drove obviously, but I don't know.
Right, but the thing is, did they see your ad or whatever it is?
They didn't even see the ad. They didn't see the ad. They just was riding past the property.
Gotcha, man. So, now the property, is it vacant?
Yeah, it was a vacant property.
Okay, man. So it's vacant, and this is from Driving for Dollar, right?
Yes.
Okay, hold on a second. Vacant. The one mistake. Now, let me ask you this before I said it's mistakes. The buyer. So those three guys, when you walk through, they automatically gave you an offer of 158?
Yes. As soon as we got to the back of the property, that was the last place we looked. Like, we looked inside the property, then we went to the back of the property, then he was like, well, I'll offer you 158. So
dude,
I'm like,
bro.
Okay, good.
Dude, you're so glad that I wasn't the buyer. Dude, I would have been like, hey, Koby, dude, I know you got this property under contract, man. So what are you trying to sell for? What are you hoping to get for it? Dude, these buyers are not a negotiator, man. Drop you the number first, man? Come on, man. These are amateur buyer, dude.
He really just threw me a number out there. So I was like,
yeah, that's cool,
right.
man.
That's another reason why I was like, man, this is too sketch. Like,
yeah, man. So Koby, when you say that, I feel exact same. Like, when people are too extremely aggressive, like it's sometimes like you got to understand, like, you got to blend in. You got to understand your seller, your buyer, the person you're working with in business. If you're one of those, like, when I get that, bro, I'm just like you. When it's like too much, I'll be like, yeah, bro, you're just too much, dude. You know what I mean? Then they back off. Yeah. So I understand exactly where you're coming from. So now let's talk about the deal really quick. So you initially started learning back in March, you said?
Yes, I started in May.
Oh, in May. I'm sorry. In May. That's when you discover wholesaling.
Yes, I discovered wholesaling in May.
Okay, and then how long did
I probably heard of wholesaling like 2 years because I watch YouTube so much and because of the YouTube ads, but I never paid no attention to it.
Gotcha, man. So in May of 2019, that's when you got into it, start learning, taking action. And let me see here, man. From May, you were was the only source that you were doing was Driving for Dollars? Was that the only thing that you're doing?
In May, that was my only source, Driving for Dollars. Actually,
gotcha.
that's really been my only source. And when I got into the July challenges, when I start like learning about pulling lists. But so I started like pulling like little small lists and like skip tracing those like with True People Search, like literally one by one and just cold calling. But that's all. Like I literally like driving for dollars is still to this day like what I do. I haven't sent a post. I've sent postcards through Deal Machine and things like that, but I haven't like did any direct mail other than that.
Gotcha, man. So let me see here, man. Okay, so you went driving for dollars. Now, how many days and how many hours were you driving for dollars, Koby?
Man, when I first started, like every video I used to watch was saying like, if you just stop watching these videos and go do it, like that's what you got to do. So every time I would watch a video, I just go drive. So I would say I drove every day. Like I would get off work and drive wherever I was at, or if I was on the way somewhere, I would get in the car again and drive somewhere else. Like I would always be driving.
Gotcha, man. So you were driving and you were okay. So you driving for dollar? You saw this vacant piece of property. Now, do you take the address and you go home? You skip trace, you cold call, or what do you do?
So what I did with this property, like I said, I just drove. I just did driving for dollars. So I got the property. I actually used the county property records to find out who the owner was, and I found out who the owner was, and actually researched them through True People Search. But before I even did that, I rolled past the property once more after I actually I passed it the first time. I went and passed it again, and somebody was actually cleaning up outside, and it was the seller's son. So I asked him like, "Yo, can I get a phone number?" But he gave me a phone number, and it wasn't a real phone number. Like he was just playing. Like I guess he thought I wasn't serious or something. So I went to True People Search. He got a real number. Researched his information, called the seller, and that's how I got his phone number.
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha, man. So now when you call the seller up, the first phone call that you talk to the seller was there like price going back and forth? I guess what I want to know is what's the asking price?
Oh yeah, definitely. When I was talking when we're talking to the seller about, well, I actually called him back that day and I'm like, man, come on, man, let's just go ahead and sell this thing. Like, and he's like, all right, cool. So I got him down to 125.5. So he was like, all right, cool, we can do 125.5.
Wait. But what was the seller asking price?
He didn't actually have an asking price. Like he was just interested in, like he was just like, all right, I'll sell it. Like he didn't have an asking price or anything. So my first offer to him was 125.5.
Okay.
When I gave him that offer, he was like, all right, that sounds good. But we didn't sign anything yet. So like he talked to his he owned the property with his brother-in-law, but his brother-in-law just passed. So I guess I left out a whole lot of information. But
yeah.
His brother-in-law just passed recently. So he talked to his brother's wife, and she was like, well, 125.5 is too low. I don't want that. I want more than that. So that's why I'm like, well, all right, we start negotiating. I'm like, well, what if we go to a little like 10,000 higher? She was like, well, I'm not interested in that either. I said, well, the best I can do for you is 140. And she was like, all right, cool. We can close. We can do that. And that's when we got to the 140 price.
So Koby, so the whole time the seller didn't give you any kind of number. They just said it's too low, and you just start pumping out numbers.
I just keep, and like I didn't even have to ask like why. As soon as they said, no, I'm not interested in that, I was like, well, all right, let me see, let me do some work on my calculations real quick, and I'm gonna give you a call right back. So I hung up with them and called them about 5 minutes later, and then that's when I was like, well, the best I can do for you is 140. And when I said that, we were good to go. They were good to go. So.
Gotcha. So Koby, at this time when you were talking back and forth with the sellers and things like that, have you seen the property yet?
I didn't see the inside of the property. I only saw the outside, and he actually told me that he started renovating one side of the property, but he didn't do the other side. And once I finally got the keys is when I finally got to see the inside. So I basically was making offers based off the outside.
Gotcha.
The foundation was good. I actually had some people come out to look at the foundation. I had a contractor come out to look at the foundation, and he said it didn't look bad at all. After that, that's when I was like, well, I can make an offer without going in this property. Because like I said, he wasn't really interested in selling it, and he wasn't interested in me like getting inside the property to look around. So I'm like, well, I'm trying to get this deal. I'm gonna offer him so he knows I'm giving him an offer so he knows I'm not playing.
Right.
Like he knows I'm serious. I'm really interested in buying this property.
Right.
So that's what I was like, man, I'm gonna just go ahead and offer him like basically sight unseen.
Gotcha. So now, okay. So hold on a second. So Koby, so basically you've never met the seller. You've seen the property. So the seller, are they out of states or in the same area?
Oh yeah, they were in Charlotte.
Gotcha. Okay. So
in the outskirts of Charlotte, I would say.
Gotcha, man. Gotcha. Okay. So you made an offer, locked the property up under contract over the phone.
Oh yeah, I locked the property over the phone.
Gotcha, man. Okay, good. Okay, so at 140. Okay, now
I left this out. It's big. I left this out, and this is probably the biggest thing. And I learned it from you, Tony, a lot of people. I only got it. I only put down $10 earnest money.
Earnest money is $10?
Yeah, that's all.
Now, why do you say that's the biggest thing that you left out, or you learned from us?
I would just say like, it's not that I just left it out. It's just like I wasn't even thinking about it. Like it was just $10. I'm like, I wasn't even thinking about, like, I forgot all about the $10. Like
no problem, man. So Koby, but the earnest money, the seller didn't brought it up, and right, seller didn't bring it up or anything, right?
At all. They didn't bring it up at all.
Right, because I want those to listen. You got to understand the earnest, like most regular sellers do not know, or they don't care. They don't bring it up.
And now like I said, the first property I had got under contract that I knew was like what I didn't know, but I found out that it wasn't a good deal. Like he was talking about earnest money. And then after I got my second deal, I'm like, I realized, well, the reason why he was asking for the earnest money is because he had got that property under contract so many times and couldn't close it that he knew like about earnest money. So that's why he was asking for so much earnest money. But that's the only time.
Yep. Correct. So yeah, normally when seller asks for that, they've already been through it. They probably a little bit more experienced. You know, they probably listed their property before, talking to the realtor before, and things like that. But most sellers do not bring it up. All right, they just worry about the sell price and how much they're going to walk away with and things like that. Okay, now I want to know, man. So what's the estimated rehab?
It was like 20K, 25K.
Hold on. Okay, hold on a second. 20 to 20. Hold on, bro. So 20 to 25K. Now so is that with you estimating before you went inside or after you went inside?
That's before I went inside. But
got it. Okay, hold on. I got you, bro, because I really want to break this down piece by piece so people listen can understand. So before you went into, you looked the outside, you estimated the rehab was going to be 20 to 25K. Now you mentioned that it's a duplex. How many bedroom and bathrooms per unit?
It was a 3-bed, 2-bath.
Okay, and what's the square footage?
It was like, dang, let me see.
Just like roughly 1,200, 1,300?
It was like 1,400 feet. It was like 12 to 1,400 feet.
Gotcha, man. Okay, so let's just say 1,400 square feet, okay? Per side, 2-bedroom, or 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,400 square feet per side, vacant property. Now, Koby, let me ask you, man, do you have any background as far as any constructions experience or background?
Oh, no, I have no.
Okay, my next question. Then how do you know to estimate? Because I know when people are starting out, you know, if you have no experience, you never know. So I'm asking Koby right now. So how did you come up with the repair as a 20 to 25K?
So basically, I just use like I used a formula, I guess you would say, like
What is it?
square footage. So I took the square footage and just I kind of roughly estimated it'll probably be about it'll probably be like $12 to $15 to repair, or whatever the math was
Okay.
for me to get that. Let me
Yeah. Now, where do you get that formula, and how do you know about the formula?
I actually learned it from Tony. He
The
basically
closer.
gave like the closer. So he basically gave us like a formula that we can look at with like square footage, like of different like comparables. So we look at the comparables in the area and see like how much they're worth and things like that. Just to see like how much they like, so you can get an estimate for the property that you're dealing with. So
Right.
like if the property's in this area, the rehab is about $10 a square foot in the area. I could take that and multiply that to how much square footage in the area, like how much square footage is in the property I have. So for example, if I have a property that's 1,000 square foot, or if I have a property that's 1,000 square feet, and then I have some comparable properties that are 1,000 square feet as well, and they both of those properties were ranging from like nine or $8 or $10 to repair. I could use the $10 a square foot for my repair for my property. So I could take that 1,000 for my property and multiply that by 10 and get that 10,000 square feet.
Okay. Hold on a second. How do you know, how do you know that property costs $8, $10, $12 per square feet to fix up?
Basically, like you can so basically probably your most high end properties are going like your bad properties that's going to need a lot of work will probably be in that 20 to 25 $20 to $25 range per square foot to repair. That goes with like trim work and just floor work, just little small stuff with the whole property. But if you got like a minor, like if you got like a property that needs like a little bit of repairs, that it doesn't need that much work, you could use like $8 to $10 a square foot. With You can use like $8 to $10 a square foot and say like, well, it'll take $8 to $10 a square foot to repair this property.
Got it. Okay. So basically, okay. So for those of you kids, I know if you don't have any, you don't have any constructions background or experience when it comes to repair costs, everything that Koby just said probably sounds super confusing to you.
Yeah.
So, okay. So basically Koby, you're saying that if the property is just it just needs cosmetic, like very light work, then you use $8 to $10 per square feet, right?
And that's probably and I could probably use that because it's probably my area, and it's probably what I've learned. I got that information from contractors as well. So I guess that could be just my area that I live in. It could be different for different areas. Different properties in different areas need different things to build a property and rebuild a property. So I can just use that for the properties in my area.
Got it. Okay. Got it. So the thing is, so let me give those of you some tips here. Okay. Now, before I throw that out, let's keep going here. So 20 to 25 estimated. I guess you got some information from the seller of what needed to be done to the property. So you made an educated guess and make the, okay. So now when you actually see the property, what is the repair came out to?
When I saw the property, like I said, the one side was basically almost done in being repaired. So you basically had that other side. So like I said, they were going to use it as a rental. So when they said they was going to use it as a rental, they probably weren't going to put too much work into it.
Got it.
So like they ended up using $10 a square foot to repair the property. So it was like $14,000. I'm pretty sure it was between $14,000 and $18,000 that they'll have to spend to repair that one side of the property.
I got you, bro. Okay. And what kind of rent can we get per unit?
That area is probably about 950 to 1100. But you could probably really get you really could probably get even more for like, well, that's per unit, I would say. So per unit you probably get between 9,000 and 1100 in the area that you are in.
Okay, so the rent can be between 950 to 1100 per month in rent per unit. Okay, now next, bro, is what is the ARV? What's the estimated ARV?
See, that was the thing. I really didn't get an ARV when I was working with it, because everything in the area was rentals, was used as rentals, and nothing was sold like in that area like recently. I mean, it was stuff sold like in January and stuff, but it wasn't anything 6 months like recent. The ARV of the property was I think it was like around like 190.
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. So 190, which means the buyer's going to buy this property, spend about roughly 20,000 to make it into a nice rental duplex. The ARV is 190. Okay. Now, for those of you who's listening, yes, you want the most recent comps, and typically, you like to stay within the 6 month period. But if you cannot find, it's okay to extend it out to a year, right? It's extended out to 12 months. It's okay. You got to get, because you need to find some comparables to get some ideas of what the property's worth. Now, if you go out to 12 months, and let's just say that it was, so this is September. So let's just say it was September of last year, and your market has appreciated a little bit, then you can tack on and estimate that the property is probably worth a little bit more now than it was 12 months ago. All right. So within 6 months, the comparables, right? The more recent the sell, right, the stronger the comps is. But I'm saying if you cannot, then you can go back, all right, like 6 months, 12 months, to see if you can get an ideas of what the property's worth. All right. Just an FYI for those of you who don't know, because you just can't just stay by the rules. Oh, 6 months. Oh, nothing in 6 months. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I want to share with you. So ARV is 190. Buyer bought it for 158. So buyer went out to, I'm sorry, 155. 155.
Yeah.
Buyer went out and walked the property with you. Okay. And the earnest money, bro, they drop a deposit of $2,500, right?
Yes.
Now, did you ask for that, or did the buyer mention that?
Yeah, that's what I asked for, but they actually said something about it first. After they asked me about it, I told them 2,500, and they were fine with that.
Gotcha, bro. Okay. And then so I forgot to ask you, where did you find this buyer?
It was on a Facebook
Facebook marketplace.
Yeah, no, it was actually in just a Facebook group.
Like a local RIA Facebook group.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha. See, because we gotta mention these details, because everyone that's listening, well, Facebook, there's a bunch of Facebook, right? Okay, so I want them to understand. So it's the local RIA, REIA, the local RIA Facebook group. Okay, great, right, man. And how long did it took you? So once you got how long did you get the property under contract for?
I got it under contract for 30 days.
30 days. For those of you, comment below and let me know this. Am I getting better at like interviewing and analyzing the deal? Because I know when I first started, I was like, just let the guests start talking, and there's not much value going on. But I hope you guys like this a lot better, where I kind of break it down, analyze the deals, and pull out all the details for you. So comment below and let me know. So 30 days now. Koby, let me ask you this, man. When you talked to the seller, did you mention the 30 days, or did you ask the seller and they the one who wants to close in 30 days?
They were fine with, they weren't in too much of a hurry.
Bro, I'm going to give you some tips, bro. Dude, what?
They weren't in too much of a hurry, but I did let them know that we'll be closing in 10 days. Bro,
dude, check this out, bro. Bro, talking to seller, Negotiating is what I do 24/7, 365 for the past 9 years with seller, bro. Check this out, Kobe. If the seller is not in a rush, okay, man, here's my question for you. What do you ask the seller when it comes to closing date? Do you ask a question or do you mention the date?
We were just going through the contract, and I just mentioned, like, it says right here in the contract.
Check this out, bro. Kobe. So if we can agree on a price that worked for you and for us, man, how soon are you looking to sell and close escrow? Is there a time frame? So in your case, the seller mentioned no, right? No, right?
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't have a time frame, right? Here's what I'll come back and say, bro. So would closing within the next 45 to 60 days or sooner, would that work for you, Kobe? It should work because you don't have a time frame, right? The seller doesn't have a time frame, so they don't care. Dude, for those of you who are starting out, listen to me. I made these mistakes. I don't want you to make the mistakes. I used to come to a seller, start negotiating. I start talking. I say, oh, you know what? I can close in 7 days. I can close in 10 days. Dude, most people that are starting out haven't built up their cash buyer list. You're new into this. You don't know if you have that buyer can pull the trigger like that. You need as much time as possible to find your buyer and to get the best price for your deals so you're not in a rush. You're not putting yourself against the wall, right? So, dude, if there's no rush, I would say, dude, I would lock this thing up under contract for 60 days. And I know some of you said, well, Khang, once I find a buyer, what do I do? Once you find a buyer, you want to close on it ASAP, which means you will ask your buyer how soon can they close. Your buyer said 5 days, fantastic. What you're going to do is you're going to tell them, once your buyer sign a contract, they can close in 5 days. Let's just say that you got this property locked up for 60 days. You found the buyer the next day. Buyer said, hey, I can close in 7 days. Boom. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to send them an assignment agreement. They sign it. They drop off do not talk to the seller until your buyer drop off the non-refundable. Dude, you guys, man, about to drop some bomb. Until your buyer drop off the non-refundable, now they're locked in. Once they lock in, for example, Kobe's my seller. I said, hey, Kobe, you know what? We've done everything already. We're good to go. Just want to let you know that we're going to try to close. We're going to try to close this thing in 7 days. You know why I said the word try? In case if the buyer backs out, guess what? You just tell them, hey, there's some issue that came up. You know, so our partner got injury or family. We got some issue going on here. We try and figure it. That's why I say try. We're going to try to close this thing in 7 days. Seller will be happy. You lock it up for 60 days, you can close this thing in 7 days. You want to give the seller a heads up and let them know that they need to keep the ear and eye out for the title company, for the attorney, because they're going to get some paperwork from them, okay? Because if they don't, the seller might think, okay, well, I'm close in 60 days. They take a vacation, they go, they disappear. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's no good for you. So you got to, once you find the deposit had been dropped, now you know that the buyer is solid. Do not say anything to the seller until that non-refundable is dropped. Remember, please, okay? So now you go to the seller, you tell the seller that you're ready to rock and roll. So you want to lock up the property with the seller as long as possible and close on it as quickly as possible when you find the buyer. Done. Next thing, man. Now, Kobe, okay, man. So one more tip when you talk to the seller. So basically the seller just say, hey, yeah, that's too low. And then you just do your thing. You drop another number, right? Here's what I would do, bro. So let's just say you're the seller, Kobe. Well, so you made your first offer was what, 125? Dude, I say, well, so Kobe, I understand that 125 is a little too low or it doesn't work for you. So let me ask you, Kobe, what price will work for you? Where do we need to be in price for it to work for you? Dude, otherwise you're negotiating with yourself. What if the seller said 130, bro?
Yeah, I see. That's exactly what I'm about to say. They could have just said, I'm good with 130. And then when I said 135, they said I was higher than that. I was like, oh, well, let's see if we can go a little higher.
Yeah, man.
I definitely see.
Dude, that's how you do it. Well, if they say, well, I don't have a number, like I just don't know. Well, Kobe, you know, we made you an offer already. You know, if like right now I'm just negotiating on myself, so that doesn't make sense. you know, we made you an offer already, 125 cash. We're ready to go, ready to close on it. So where do we need to be in price, or what price do you have in mind? So what are you thinking of? You know, is there a price that you have in mind that you that if I can get an approval for, that you're ready to go? You see, do not place yourself as a decision maker as well. So those are some key words that you can come back. So what price will work for you then, Koby? Where do we need to be in price? Do you have a ballpark of what price you're thinking of? Is there a price that I can get approved today that you're ready to go? Dude, those are some keywords. Use it and dominate it. So anyways, bro, so that are some tips that I can help you, man. So you found, so now when you got the property locked up at 140, right? So you sent it out for 155 and got a full price offer?
Yep, I sent it out. That was my what I sent it out for. It was 155.
Boom. Nice, man.
So the first buyers, like I said, they didn't even know about the Facebook ad or any of my Craigslist posts or anything. They just shot me that offer at 158, and I was like, okay, that sounds good. Okay. And then like I said, I got to the front and everything switched, but that was for better. But yeah, like I'd rather work with, like I said, I'd rather work with those people than work with the other buyers. Man, it's more genuine. It was a smooth transaction. It wasn't no issues, no hookups, anything like that.
Gotcha, man. Dude, me too, bro. Me too. So, okay, man. So how long did it took you to find the buyer?
Man, I found that buyer. Like I said, I got the keys and put it in the lockbox on Thursday. Started posting my Craigslist and Facebook ads on Thursday. Had an appointment with my buyer on Friday at the property, and then got under contract that same Friday.
Nice, bro. So now, as far as that, I know that you can you send a contract to the buyer, to the seller, all through DocuSign. So let me ask you this, man. I know that the buyer drop off the deposit, met you there. Did you go to the attorney office with the buyer to drop off the deposit, or how does that work?
Oh yeah, so like I said, I had like some issues over the weekend with the buyer because she was about to lose her job. It was just a whole lot with her.
Sure.
So like she called me Monday morning and was like, well, I can meet you at the attorney's office this morning. So we met at the attorney's office, dropped off the assignment, and she gave me the non-refundable.
Gotcha. But that okay. So for those of you, you got to understand this. So the non-refundable deposit is made out to the attorney office, not to you, correct?
Oh yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So if you guys work for a title, if the title company is doing the work, then they need to make, okay, next question, bro. Is it a cashier check or is it a personal check?
It was a personal check. From the buyer.
Okay. Another mistake, bro. From now on, it cannot be a personal check. It cannot be a business check. It has to be a cashier check. Cashier check, because now it's like real cash. A personal check or a business check takes 7 days for it to clear it. They can drop it off and go home and got cold feet and boom, cancel the next day. Done, bro. Okay? Yes, it has to be a cashier check. Do not they can either drop off a cashier check or they can wire in the funds. Okay. So what you got, so for future, Koby, I don't know if you know this or not, but for the future, make sure it's a cashier check and you don't need to be there. They can go to the attorney. You just call the attorney, give the attorney a heads up, say, hey, my buyer's going to come drop off the deposit, this X amount. Or if the buyer, let's just say, don't want to do it or they're out of states, whatever the case may be, all you need to do is tell the attorney, can you send a wire instruction email a wire instruction over to my buyer so my buyer can wire in the deposit. That's also another way that you can do it.
Okay.
Okay? So you don't need to be there. I want to let you guys know, like, you don't need to be there at all. Okay, so you got that. Okay, man. So the closing day ended up to be 10 days, right?
Yeah, it was 10 days.
Awesome, bro. That's it.
Now like it wasn't like, and it's so crazy because like I started doing this for my freedom. Like I said, I got a 2-year-old little boy.
Yeah.
I started doing this for my freedom to be with him more and be with my girlfriend as well. Like that's just what I do. Like now I'm chilling in my house. Like I said, I'm about to go see a property, and like it's just I love this. Like it's the way I can make money for myself. I can make a living for my family. Like it's just I'm ready to move forward and make a change in my life. And I'm making a change right now, currently in my life. So, and like I said, I appreciate everything that I've learned from you, Tony, and Alex, and everybody I've learned from. Like those you three guys though. I watch you three are probably the most. Like one, because Alex, like he's my age. I'm 24. Alex is right around my age. He like my favorite video is watching him buy that Bentley truck and
Oh,
ride off listening to Young Dolph. That's my favorite video on YouTube right now. I mean, I'm just proud of you guys, man. And like I'm trying to sit right with you guys, and that's why I'm putting in this work. Because I'm trying to see some M's, not no just one M. I'm trying to see a lot of M's.
hey, bro, Koby, I want to say, hey, man, thank you so much for the kind word. Really appreciate it, dude. It's an honor that you put me up there with those two guys. I greatly
Yeah.
appreciate it, bro. Greatly appreciate it. Now, Koby, let's wrap this up, man. So, what are some tips? What are some feedback, advice that you can give to the one that obviously were in your shoes trying to get the first deal, bro?
Man, some tips I can give you guys is like, don't give up. And it's not gonna happen overnight. When I first started, I was thinking, oh man, I can get a deal quick. This is nothing. Just having that athletic mindset and thinking everything can come easy to me. That's how I was thinking. But don't give up. Like if you're not getting success right away, don't give up. This thing takes grind and effort and time. Like you gotta put in the time to have your freedom, basically. So like you put in all this work to have freedom. That's basically sacrifice. So you just sacrifice everything you got right now, and then some success is gonna come out of it. And I had to realize that like it's nights I cried because I was so broke, like, and just to see like my grind and my effort and how much I work to like push to be better. I just feel so grateful. I'm blessed. God is doing great for my family right now. And he's gonna continue to do great things. And just that's another thing I would say, man. If you're a Christian, I don't know how many believers it is on here, but if you're a believer, the power of prayer is real. If you get on your knees and pray, it's real. I promise you, it's real. Like your life will change. Another thing, tithing. And like you don't just gotta tithe in the church. Give back to the community. Just stop doing everything for you. Like do it for somebody else. And that's something else I learned on this journey. I'm a mentor. Like I said, I'm a middle school basketball coach, and that's all I look to do is like push people forward, and push young men and young women forward, and understand that they can actually be something in life, and you don't just gotta play sports. If you don't want to go to college, you don't got to go to college. You can go get your real estate license. You can go get a trade. But yeah, I just want people to know that it's the money is out here if you want to go get it. So you just got to put your foot down and go get it.
Brother, give me an amen. Now, Koby, how do people reach out or connect with you, bro?
You can follow me on Instagram at Deal Closing Koby. That's Deal Closing Koby, COLBY. That's where I do. I'll probably start going live a lot more often because, like, my passion, like I said, is people. And if I can do this, anybody can do it. So I look forward to going live a lot. And just showing my journey, like, teaching people what I've learned, and just showing people the way, and being being a leader. That's what I strive to be, and that's what I'll be able to show to you guys.
Awesome. Koby, I want to say thank you so much, brother. I really, really appreciate it. You guys, we're going to wrap this up. Thank you to every single one of you guys that are watching, listening. Please, if you haven't subscribed to the family, then boom, smash the subscribe button. I'll upload more of these kind of video. Comment below. Let me know what is the one takeaway you got from this video, and be sure to turn on the bell notification if that way when I upload a new video or when I go live, you get notified, right? I go live every single Friday, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard, to do a live cold call role play where I get on the phone with one of you and I'll help you guys improve your phone call skill, your negotiating skills. Now, if you having trouble talking to seller, negotiating with the seller, right? Controlling the phone, right? Dominating the call, getting the seller to drop the price like it's hot outside, like in Arizona, then boom, check out my King Kong seller script package. I'll share with you exactly how I talk, how I dominate, and how I lock these property up in a contract all over the phone, 100%. I'll show you exactly how to do it, all right? It is a $495, right? $495 investment, but I promise you, it is the best investment that you ever make for yourself and for your business. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Koby, until next time, everyone, take care and ciao, bro.
Hey, appreciate it, man.